Hi everybody, it's Mrs. Sopiarz-Rianda. I hope this video finds you well. I hope you had a fantastic 4-day weekend. I hope you know you had a 4-day weekend. If you didn't, I think you haven't been checking the updates or the session plan. So hopefully, anyway, I hope you did have a good long weekend. Also, did want to let you know that the end of this week, this coming Friday, is the last day for the first marking period, the first 6-week marking period. So grades, I will report grades by Friday this week. So look at your grades in the grade book and make sure that if you have submitted late work up to this point that you've notified me and that I know so that I can grade it and I could give you the grade that you've earned so far. Also wanted to point out that this is the first 6 weeks of the semester, and it's literally 1/3 of the way through, oh sorry, yes, 1/3 of the way through the semester. Now, it might be a little bit more than that for you because you are seniors, you do get out early, but I want to emphasize that it is early in the semester and it is not too late to get started or get your grade where you want it to be. Simply contact me. I'm happy to help you get to where you want to be in this class and be successful and ultimately graduate, because I know that's everyone's main goal, especially this semester. So be sure to contact me if you need to. I'm happy to help. So clicking on materials, still working on Unit 6. Here is our plan for the unit. We're working on Session 3, Claims and Conclusions, and this session does officially begin on Tuesday. I will make it available to you earlier for those of you that want to work ahead, and it is due by Sunday the 23rd. And because it is a short week, it is a 4-day week, I did make the work abridged for that. So be aware that, I didn't just jam pack this week with everything that would normally be in a 5-day. I did modify it. So be sure to watch this video first, click on the session plan, and check out our weekly schedule and assignment list. You can see you have 2 assignments this week. So on Monday, like I said, you have the day off. On Tuesday, which should be the day you're watching this right now, is the weekly video. You should begin working on drawing conclusions and conclusions assignment, and then complete and submit that on Wednesday. On Thursday, start working on your first draft of your works cited page, and then finally submit that on Friday. So let's click next to get started. And here in Session 3, we'll be focusing on a few of these essential questions. In this session, we're going to start drawing some conclusions about all the great research you've been doing so far, and you'll begin to answer the question, why is this person so influential in our world today? And like I mentioned also, you're going to be creating that first draft of your works cited page. So the first assignment, the first lesson of this week is writing conclusions and claims. So at this point in the research process, you probably have some really awesome notes. You've gathered a lot of information. However, information isn't all that helpful until you've begun to organize it and draw some conclusions, just like we did back in the MLK Unit 5 when we were making generalizations. So for this assignment, your job is to create 4 major conclusions or generalizations about your research so far, and then support that by evidence from your research that you've found. And this is kind of an example of what that can look like. You can use Google Drawings or Bubble, and there are videos down here for both of those to use those. And they're just great tools to use for creating graphic organizers. So I just wanted to note that some of your conclusions might be very similar to the patterns you'd identified in our last session, so that's okay. The difference is that now we're narrowing them down to a conclusion and identifying some specific evidence that supports them. So this assignment's worth 80 points, and it's based on quality of your conclusions and how much evidence you provide that your conclusions are correct. So like I mentioned, so this is one conclusion. You need 4 of them. Okay, so you'd have 4 clusters like this. This is one conclusion with 3 supporting evidence bubbles. You need 4 conclusions, so be sure that you're aware of that. and then submit it here on the next page. And then finally, the next assignment this week is the start of your Works Cited. So be sure to review all this great information on Works Cited. And here's an example of what it should look like. Also, some links down here for EasyBib and a tutorial. So be sure to use all this great information. Go through this information bullet by bullet as you are creating your Works Cited page this week. And then you'll submit that here. And finally, that's it for the week. A look ahead, we're going to actually start writing the paper that you've been doing all this great research on for the past 3 weeks. So you're going to be creating a survey, much like we did in the MLK unit, and you're going to be sharing it with your friends and family. So start thinking now about what questions you might want to ask. If you have any questions this week, as always, please contact me. I'm happy to help. Thanks.